bet y'all thought I forgot about making videos. It's not really that. I've just been working a whole lot and haven't had time. Besides the work, there's, you know, of course, not just this, but there is a lot of grass on this property to keep cut. Just general maintenance on the property. By the time I get done doing all that, I haven't had time to work on the cabin or anything, but we may have some slow days coming up here, so when we do, I'm get back on the cabin. But right now, as I was saying, I've been cutting a lot of weeds and grass and all that. I didn't have a weed eater that would work. I had one of those little gasoline weed eaters from Walmart, the Murray, and they are not really good. They do the job, but they don't last long. And I don't do a whole lot of weed eating. Mostly it's running the riding mower, you know, because I like to get every inch I can with the riding mower before I start weed eating. But I picked up a weed eater from Amazon. It's a DEWALT. You see that? 20 volt max XR, battery powered, got a 5 amp hour, 20 volt battery on it, lithium ion. It's got 2 speeds on it. There's low and high. On low, so you have to, in order to turn it on, you got to push this top trigger. That's safety. And then you can pull the bottom one. It's got a, the head is automatic feeding, or what? It's a bump feed system. Every time you bump it on the ground, it feeds out a little bit of line. Here's a little brushless electric motor. Cooling vents, which get clogged up with grass. You have to try to keep those clean to keep your motor from overheating. But, you know, I was thinking, okay, it's a battery powered weed eater. It's be good for like just trimming around the little spots that I like to go around the trees and stuff like that, maybe around the house or something. But I wasn't expecting it to be something that I would like take like out of the creek to trim the sides of the creek, or like go up on the hillside and trim thick stuff with. With this string that's on it right now, I can't really do that, but the string is the limitation. You can see that there's a hole big enough I can put bigger string on it. This string gets eat up real quick when you get into thick stuff. But the motor doesn't bog down. Now, runtime on it, I'm not real sure of. I haven't ever actually did the full, from a full charge to dead. I haven't actually run. I ran it for about 20 minutes. And I haven't seen the battery drop that much. But I don't know how long it will really run. But we might just give it a try around these trees and see what it'll do. Alright. Now, this part right here, I can get this with the mower. I'm going to go like this is on low. Not too bad. Got a little battery meter on it. Only lost one bar all that time. See what all we got here. All these trees are cut around pretty good now. So I'll come through here with the mower and get all that, but getting around the trees, you can't get the mower right up next to them, so. And I just cut the whole area. Even started down the hill a little bit here. Right there. And right over here. All this was on low speed except for there was one patch over here I had to switch to high speed for. And it was these this kind of grass. Just big old thick stuff. And that right there is what kind of bogged it down a little on low. But I put it in high and it just ate it up. Might try a hillside a little bit here. See what it'll do. Okay, I already played around with a little bit of this, but this is some pretty thick stuff here. We'll go on high speed. Let's see how to cut. This string right here is the problem. You start running into some thick stuff and the string starts just tearing off. It just rips it off of there. So I'm going to have to replace the string. But you can see how I was moving through there just pretty much fast as you can swing it, it cuts. And that good, like pretty thick brush there. But you get into like, okay. This right here, that was eating the string up. I mean, that's a big, pretty thick stalk right there. I think a thicker string or a different type of head would chop it right off. Because the motor has the power. These are all briars here too. You can see thorns, you know. These are all pretty thick too. So I got into this area right here and that stopped me. So that's the limitations of that weed eater. Also over here, see, I could have went on up the hill and that stuff. But when I get to this is trees. You know, this is actual pretty thick stuff there. But anyway, I think the only limitation on it right now is, of course, the run time, which, let's see what we're at now. After cutting all that, and this right here, and this right here, and what I cut up on the hill. See what we got left. Still 2 bars. It's not bad. May have to do another test of just running it from completely charged, not stopping the whole time, just going, and see how long it will run on one charge. I've got 2 more batteries coming. They're 5 amp hour also. They're not DEWALT. They are an off-brand. I got them for like a third of the price of the regular DEWALT batteries. So I'm hoping they'll, if they're as good as half as that one, I can use those other 2 and it'll replace 1 for cheaper. And just carry a couple extra batteries. But I'm thinking by the time the battery wears out, I'm going to be wore out first anyway. So I think it's going to work good. And my hands are not shaking like when I use the gas weed eater. After I'd use it for like an hour or so, my hands are still like this, you know, they're still shaking. You can still feel that vibration. Not with this, you don't have the engine. With this, you don't have the engine vibration because you don't have an engine. You just have a motor. One thing I can see though, as you're cutting, these clog up pretty quick. The motor, or well, I should say this is just the motor casing. The motor is inside here, but the casing is not warm. Nothing down here is warm or hot. But still, this is your cooling fins. I would imagine on a very hot day, that motor would have to be getting hot. Huh. But other than that, it seems to work. Other than that and the tiny string, which that's easy. I can take that string out, put new string in, problem solved right there. So, that's my little review on this, I guess. Okay, I think that's going to about do it. That was my little review on this little DEWALT 20 volt max trimmer. And I like it so far. You know, I mean, I've only had it a short time. I've only used it, well, you've basically seen what I've used it. I played around with it a little bit before that, just like, you know, just seeing how it worked, but I hadn't even played with it enough before to get it dirty, so it's dirty now. It's been initiated. And so far I like it. I'll have to do like a long-term review to see how it lasts after, you know, after multiple uses. Oh yeah, one more thing about it. This battery right here, that's the same battery that you would use like on a DEWALT drill or DEWALT Sawzall or something like that. It's the exact same battery. Actually, this one's a little bigger, 5 amp hour. Usually the ones that are on the drills are like a 2 amp hour. So if you use this battery on a drill, you're going to get twice the runtime. And that would mean if you use a drill battery on this, you're going to get half the runtime. But anyway, I guess that's my little review. Let me my little video this time. I'll try to start making more. I haven't had very much time to make a lot of videos. My cabin project, I'm itching to get back on that because I miss working on it, but I haven't had time. Normally, by the time I get off work, I'm tired, wore out. On the weekends, I've got all this grass to cut. I've got maintenance on the house or whatever, you know, maintenance on vehicles. I just haven't had time, but I miss making videos. That's one reason I wanted to do a review on this, just to make a video of it. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you all on the next one.